On today's episode of Looping, we got probably the same thing. I don't know where else to take that. The last few episodes have slowly become more of the same. At first, we introduced some differences. Last episode, we really didn't. Leaves me curious where we're headed. Is it more of the same? Are we going to branch like crazy here? I don't know. We're going to have to watch it. It's been a while since I watched the last episode. So it'll be a little more fresh to me if it is the same. If it's not, we're still going to have fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you like it all, like and subscribe to the odds, but feel free to steer on the discussion. Leave your guys. This is the series is going. Lives at 15. Yeah, I'm drawn to it. And then she did. Oh. It's like a humiliation ritual, you know? Just to call him every day and be like, yeah, you're not doing anything. I know you. Oh, that's the same. We running it back one more time. Wow, how'd you know? It's becoming aware. I said it before, but the different outfits and everything is always so fun to see. I like the hat this time. Yeah, that makes sense considering what she asked. Better not lose. Not like we got 3 people in ours. I like her lack of awareness. Love how peaceful her yelling voice is. It's as normal as a guess for her. It is pretty normal, to be fair. Brief pause. Still not noticing anything. Alright. Alright, we'll have that conversation later. Just cooking up all the simulations. I like how he's really cluing in here. Takes a bit to break through, and then when we break through, hopefully we can properly make some changes. Have I become a god? I should just add some crazy shit to the list. Just to mess around with it. Everything seems familiar. Going Yuki route, alright. We gotta talk. Track is crazy. Worn out.
それだけなんだが悪かったな引き止めてなんだ俺なんで声なんてかけたんだ
Black this time.
よくお似合いですよ
当然よ私が選んだんだから特にみくるちゃんさすが私の見立てね
朝比奈さんいい最近来たような気がするなあの櫓あの出店何か見覚えが
Oh, clicking.
ほらあなたがやりたがってた金魚すくいよ
Rose gonna be freaking out by the end of this episode. That'll lose himself.
いいわそれより長門
Let's go get a mask.
モントがどうだそんなもんに興味あるのか
I lied. It actually might have not been the clothing. It might be figuring out which mask she chooses. That's my favorite each time.
一個だけなら
They're always said different.
ありがとうよ
Just one.
ユキそのお面どうしたの
Nice.
買った
That's sick.
そうさて次は花火よまとめて今日やっちゃいましょう
ひよ遊ぶのはいいんだが宿題終わってるのか
宿題あんなもの3日もあればできるじゃない
な
あんな面倒なもの先にちゃっちゃと片付けて遊び倒すのそれが夏休みの正しい過ごし方よ
そして翌日はこれでもかというくらい日本バレー
For the rest of the summer. Truly beautiful.
そんな中で行われた
Somebody else gonna win this
それ
time?
なりに検討したようだがやはりというかなんというか優勝者は春日となった
Never different.
バイト代は
これよ
は
Never change, Haruhi. Never change.
お茶もみくるちゃんに免じてくれるって言ってくれたの
俺たちはそんなことのために額に汗して働いたのか
部室に記念に飾
Compliments her hair really well, though, so it looks good.
るの好きな時にこれ着ていいわよ私が許すわ
Thank you, old leader. What we would do without you.
その夜俺から安眠を奪ったのはまたしても一本
Time for the talk.
一体どうしたんですか
What a mess.
未来
これは朝比奈さんの功績と言ってもいいでしょうおかげで僕にも確信が持てました
They keep showing this damn cloud and plane.
我々は同じ時間をもう何度も繰り返しているということのようです
それはさっき聞いた
正確には8月17日から31日の間ですね僕たちは終わりなき夏休みの真っ只中にいるわけですよ本人は無自覚でしょうが夏休みを終わらせたくないという思いが
unhappy.
あるのでしょうね
なんだそりゃ悔いでも残ってるのか
It's missing, brother. It's a missing.
おそらく夏休みにやり残したことがある
I would be so mad when this episode ends and he still doesn't add anything to the list and doesn't say anything to her. This damn plane and cloud, too, is gonna piss me off because I have no clue what they mean by it.
既視感どころか繰り返される時間すべての記憶を持ったものが確実に一人いるのではないかと僕は考えています
そりゃゾッとせん話だな誰だよそりゃ
言わずともわかるでしょ時空を超越している情報思念
Yo, you over there.
あるいは
Get the flap in the lips. Let's go.
全部覚えてるのか
そう
ちなみにその繰り返しとやらは今何回目だ
今回が15,513回目に該当する
それはマジな話なのか
What reason would she have to lie, brother?
それだけの回数俺たちは全く同じことを繰り返してきたってのか
また盆踊りに行ったが金魚すくいをしな
Yeah, how many of them did he do his homework before we started all hanging out?
アルバイトを行ったのは9031回
How many of those did he propose an idea when we come to the end? I have questions that you're not answering. How many of those did they also use up that last day for something together?
15,513回目。長門はそう言った。かける2週間で、約594年分だ。それだけの時間を、ただ一人しっかり記憶を
Alone. Key word.
何度もやり直してきたってのか。長門、お前は一体今までどんな気持ちだったんだ。
Thing too is her experience with it is largely different from like what his, because she's like essentially programmed for it. Whereas this shit's breaking him and he's just realizing it.
ああ、試しにこういうのはどうです？
Just go make out with her.
鈴宮さんを後ろから突然抱きしめて耳元で I love you と囁くんです。
誰がそれをするんだ？
あなた以外に敵役がいますかね？
拒否権を発動するぜ。
I hope he does it at some point.
仕方ないです。
Whether it's in this arc or at some point. There'd be a nice callback.
僕では役者が不足しています。鈴宮さんを余計混乱させるだけでしょうね。
お前は朝比奈さんが言い出す前から繰り返しに気づいていたんだよな。
そう。
だったらどうして黙っ
Why don't you tell us from the jump?
私の役目は観測
Ah. Stupid rules. Dies.
それからも俺たちは動きずくめだった。それで春日が満足しているはずがないとは思っていたが、だからといって何か手を打つわけでもなく、
I
それ
strongly
でも
disagree.
夏休みの残りの日にちだけは確実に減っていった。
Unless you simply just mean couldn't do anything
8月
because she had her mind set towards the thing she wanted to, but I strongly disagree, my guy. I like the overalls.
ねえみんな、他に何かやりたいことない？
Speak up. Speak up.
まあいいわ。
Ah.
この夏はいっぱいいろんなことができたから、もう十分よね。
いや、よくない。お前はまだ満足してない
So
はずだ。
speak up, my guy.
じゃあ今日
Ah, you gotta let her run away again. Without doing anything.
このまま休みにしちゃっていいわ。また明後日部室で会いましょう。
I've just seen it slip by me episode after episode.
待てよ、春日。ダメなんだよ。ここでお前を返したら。ここでお前を返したら。あの1万何千回と繰り返してきた。
Well, there you
あ
go.
の2週間。
So don't just say, ah, nothing I can do about it. But extend the hand. Again.
でも、何をすべきなんだ？何を言うべきなんだ？春日の言葉の中にそのヒントはあったはずだ。だが、それは何だ？あいつは今まで何て言ってきた？ダメだ。わからない。待て。待てよ。春日。
GG's. It's over, boys. It's over. I'll see you on the 16th episode. We run it back.
8月31日。宿題。
Ah.
もうしな。
Yeah, no point. Whatever. Run it back.
もしまた繰り返すんなら、宿題なんぞやったところで意味はないしな。明日が来ようが来まいが、それはその時の俺が何とかするしかないか。
Right, because this one did so much. Trying these damn planes. They're pissing me off because I don't have an idea. And it's more of the same. Interested how it goes. This episode did something slightly different. At least like noteworthy enough, I think, to make me, I don't think they really give me more ideas, but they give me something to talk a little bit more on. The one big thing with the background music that we utilize throughout this, I think it's really strong to demonstrate a feeling of like kind of just brokenness and confusion that's really going on within Kyon's mind. At certain points, it feels kind of glitchy. At certain points, it just feels so disconnected from everything. And it feels so like a ton of different things are going on at once, but not really like clicking to make one. And I think that's really cool. they utilize that to really, I think, amplify the way that he's probably feeling right now. And even the way that we ourselves are feeling of like, what the fuck are you supposed to do next? Well, to me, I still have the same exact guess I've had since the first episode. Nothing has been presented that has changed my ideas for what he probably needs to do different. It's just, he's not doing it. But I like the other big thing of him slowly like starting to almost break through and recognize what's happening. While he doesn't make any drastic changes or any like real changes for that matter, he is recognizing it from the beginning, like jumping the gun and saying about him bringing his bike, coming into like actually realizing what's going on prior to these conversations that he's having with everybody in that meeting that they have late night, even recognizing later to the extent that he does like, shit, this is bad, I need to really change something, but still just not being sure of what to do. I think his approach is entirely wrong still, of just let somebody else handle it because it's going to happen again. Have you not considered the fact that you're going to spiral and have that same version of you continuously do it and not want to break the cycle? That's kind of what I feel is the obvious thing, and he's just not recognizing that for some reason. His unwillingness to just try things that are different, his being stuck in his own way of, let me not extend an arm out and pull Haruhi back here and just present literally anything to kind of keep us together, to keep us in a state where we can maybe try something different, as opposed to just being like, I got no clue. There's a clue out there somewhere, but I ain't got nothing in my head. It just feels wrong. Like it feels like you're not doing the right thing. And I know it's easy to say as somebody who's aware of what's really going on, but he's kind of aware at this point of what's going on. So I don't know. I just feel like it feels logical almost to try and make those steps and change things that he's just not doing. Maybe there's something else there. Maybe there's something more in line with like, I don't want to stray too far from the paths that Yuki herself is on while you're not even aware of really what's to be going down there. Or I don't want to like do anything too crazy that could potentially break this and then like put us in a really bad state. I think that's just probably not the smartest way to think about it either. Or even want to break this and then it just throws things for a loop even harder and puts us in more of like an uncertain state. But I don't know. I'm not behind him just not doing anything. It feels like he recognizes what's going on. He's slowly been getting to the point of noticing it earlier and earlier, which is always a great thing. And at the end of these episodes, he's coming to full like recognition of like, I need to do something, but then not wanting to extend his arm and take that next step to do so. It's going to hit so much harder when he does. Hopefully he does. So I think it would be good for build up on those sort of ends, but it is a little frustrating getting to that point and being like, can we just try? Like, can we try instead of just giving up and passing it along to the next one? I don't know. I feel like he's got something there. The last like real big change, I think in my mind, at least that I'm noticing, the symbolism with the planes consistently coming through. I don't have a strong idea for what the planes are supposed to mean, for what this is supposed to maybe hint towards or make us realize or whatever it's intended for. Maybe it's just something else to kind of make us notice something that's not actually there, throw us off a little bit there. The only places that my mind goes is one, at the end, he's like, there's got to be a hint somewhere, and maybe they're supposed to get in a plane and go somewhere, or maybe they're supposed to go like fucking skydiving or something, and the plane is like the symbol that we've needed this entire time. The other thing that I'm like trying to think, and they kind of took it away from my mind as the episode went on, was the initial like plane or two that we saw was like breaking through the clouds, almost like it was coming out disconnected from them in a way that makes me think like it's like the freedom that you get, like you just kind of break through in the world and everything kind of opens around you, which would be really, just a nice little symbolic thing of like we're stuck and we're looped and nothing's kind of fucking working here. But at the end, like, and we just start getting the planes themselves, I start feeling less and less towards that. But maybe it's still supposed to mean the same thing. It just doesn't click as hard in my head without the actual like breaking through an object sort of thing. But that's kind of the only feeling that I'm getting in regards to them. Guess we'll just let it play out though and continue to see what they decide to do. along with it. I love the sister. I love all her little inclusions. She's great. The little moments of Kyon catching on. I like the other characters too, especially like we get Mikuru later, and she seems like super stressed out. Her hair's all over the place, like things that I feel like haven't been there just yet. Like everyone's really starting to lose it, and even seeing Yuki like looking a little worn down and tired, which is fun. I love the hat for my guy. We get a different bathing suit from Asahina here. I love the color shift here. Super cool. Everything just goes back to what we're doing. It's just like becoming the noticer here. Every little thing around him. He's like, wait a fucking second. Which is really fun. Why did I reach out? Why am I doing this? Hold up. Really questioning it. I think this is my favorite look for Haruhi so far. Something with the black, especially in the nighttime, as we get to see them at the festival. Really, like the lighting here really does wonders for her. Maybe it's also the lack of the yellow. No, she still got it. I was gonna say the yellow usually makes it pop, so I don't necessarily know. He's still not doing his homework. He's still gonna get to that at some point, and everything else just kind of falls in line similarly. The conversation here is roughly the same while all the characters are freaking out. More symbolism with the plane on her shirt, and once again we get more as well as we finish this sequence out too, which is funny. 513. I'm not going back to check what the numbers were in the previous episodes. I'm assuming that they were all roughly the same. I'm assuming they're just one after another. We're skipping one here or there. Same sort of ideas for what to do. How come you're not telling us anything? Huh? You gotta observe. This is a really cute outfit for Haruhi. Once again, recognizing what needs to happen, where we need to go, not doing it on your own. And there is the plane. Maybe the freedom sort of sense that I was getting comes like is actually something to stand on, because I guess like it's in a way like birds typically symbolize it a bit too. It is the freedom to like have your wings spread and fly and soar throughout the sky. So getting the same thing kind of out of a plane would make enough sense. And even flashing to it and recognizing this, like I'm about to be stuck and there's nothing that I can do. There's got to be something out there for us to achieve this kind of feeling. So maybe there is something there. But he gives up and just passes it on to the next version of himself while drawing one as well. Another another episode of basically no progress to be made. We'll see what happens in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you like it all, like and subscribe on to me. Feel free to check it in the channel and comments that are series. I'm back for 16. Hopefully very soon. No promises at all. But I'm gonna try. You guys have a good one. Peace.